Hiya folks, the name's Jacox. Baby Driver is a 2017 good. It's such a good movie, it's so good. But pointing that out is kind of like looking at the sun for 20 hours and going, yeah, I am blind. It's kinda obvious. It isn't surprising when it's written and directed by Edgar Wright, a man known for his snappy, quick-cut, done-right flourishes and his sharply clever style of dialogue and humor in his films. He's my favorite director, with the Cornetto trilogy and Scott Pilgrim being some of the best comedic genre films ever, although I don't know a lot of movies yet. I only know about 6 others, and all 6 of them are just different copies of the movie Don John. No, wait, that's a copy of A Christmas Puppy. His style just scratches that itch in my brain for meaningful fast edits and camera motions. Despite his already stunning filmography, Baby Driver is the one that tops everything else. It's an action movie set to the protagonist's music, like Guardians of the Galaxy, but instead of crying over Raccoon, you cry over how everything is in sync with the music to a perfect T. There are no in-sync songs in the movie though. But there's one scene I've gotta mention now. To me, it's the best, most impressive scene, technically and in storytelling, in the entire film, which is saying a lot considering what is in this film. The opening scene might be what's coming to mind for you if you've seen it, and I don't blame you since Bellbottoms. It's one of the greatest pieces of filmmaking ever. I'm actually here to talk about the scene following the opening. Also, one of the greatest pieces of filmmaking ever. I am incredibly biased to calling this movie the greatest thing since sliced head animation posted by An Awesome Pizza in 2011. Baby's Coffee Run is at first glance a stylish opening credit sequence, and it could have just been a style over substance moment, but there is so much going on here. The opening scene introduced us to Baby on the surface, a getaway driver that sticks behind the scenes during the heist and is in love with music. The opening credits, set to Harlem Shuffle by Bob and Earl, clarifies some things. Walking away from the criminal hideout, he's in his zone and happy, dancing along with the song. After spotting Deborah, his love interest, and walking back to the criminal hideout, things take a turn for the worse. He gets spotted by cops, there's people yelling, and he's more nervous. This is Baby's moral conflict for the entire film, being forced to go right back to crime when he wants to get away from it all. It's also worth pointing out, this shift in tone comes when the song's tone gets amped up a little, and I love the supporting details in this scene. As Deborah passes by, a heart painted on the wall behind them changes from black to red. The title shot faces up a building with lines painted to look like a road. There's this painted number, which is a reference to the release date of The Driver, one of Edgar Wright's influences. Edgar Wright has the most obscure director cameo in this window's reflection. At the start, there's 2 guys in separate arguments, and when Baby comes back, they're still having arguments, each with some other guy, where I think it's kind of implied the 2 guys are trying to meet with each other and are just lost and can't find each other. And the biggest detail comes from the sound design. Oh my god, it's so good. Everything is in time with the song. Everything is in time. Everything. Every rewatch, I catch something new that was somehow, by some level of genius, inserted to match the song's rhythm or beat. Pieces of it are incredibly obvious from visual cues. Others you have to listen for. It's like the Harlem Shuffle is a conductor and the cityscape around Baby is the orchestra that plays along with it. It would be impossible to list everything present here in the sound design. But, well, car horns moving away as the trumpets decrescendo, an old guy spitting on the beat, this taxi horn, the different song this dancer is playing, crosswalk beeping, lady hitting keys at an ATM, construction workers, motorcycle revving, this guy playing guitar, another song playing as he scuffle past more workers, this guy's texting and a song in his earbuds, the shopkeeper's bell, Baby pauses before he orders just to stay in time with the song's lyrics. And the coffee maker making his coffee is in sync, not in sync. The guy entering is on beat, the bell is again, this drummer, this biker's bell, this cop car, and finally, this trumpeter are all on beat with the song. And I said all that, and I know I still missed things. Another important thing here is Baby follows the song too. Like I said, he sings the lyrics. When the song tells him to move, he moves. He moves to the right, he slides, he scratches, he plays the trumpet, he scuffles. The choreography of the scene is insane, especially putting into account that the song's lyrics are written out on the walls, and on his way back to the hideout, more lyrics are added to fit the song. No other scene perfectly exemplifies what this movie does right with sound, choreography, detail, and story than this 2-minute and 44-second long sequence. God, I love this movie. It is really sad, though, that nothing in Baby Driver will ever live up to when Edgar Wright shot a movie at 19 years old where he fucking dies.
No, don't shoot me. Who's gonna direct?
You can't shoot the director, Quinn. It's not allowed.
Isn't it?